when the HR receive the CV, will go to the Google Sheet in the summary form, and then the HR can see who are the candidate matching with the job profile by saying not looking at each and every CV. Or this is the workflow you can see here. It will start from the Gmail trigger. In the email, there are so many email, but first we'll take the first only, then we are going to see if the email has a subject of CV or resume. We only take the subject which has written CV or resume. Once we get the file, we can send this HTTP request to the Mr. OCR, which is extraction tool. Here, when you upload that file to the Mr. OCR, we will get the sign from the Mr. OCR. And once we get the signed URL, we then extract this file, and then with that extracted data, we summarize the whole CV, and then that store into the let's get started. I will show you how you can do this in n8n. So first we will start with the new workflow. Name that workflow as email summarizer. So once we give the name of that workflow, next step is we will add the Gmail node for this. I just added a Gmail node inside that. Here is the Gmail account which I have added. You have to create a new credential and you can just edit the account, but you have to go to Google Docs and you can follow the steps, so you will get a client ID, client secret, so where you can connect your Gmail account. So the event is when the message will receive, the workflow will trigger. If there is any attachment, it will get downloaded. This is our first step. Second step, we are limited. So we don't want every email to go to the HR for extraction. We want one by one, at a time one. That's why we added limit here. So I just execute the first step. Every email in my inbox. So you can see here are a lot of information coming, but a lot of emails are coming. So what we are doing here is just limit that just to one. Now this is just one email at a time, not all. So we only want that emails that contain a subject of CV or resume. For this, we are going to do a small coding here, but you can just take this from ChatGPT. I will show here. So I will just I will go to the ChatGPT. This gives us JS, so you can just copy here and we just copy this here and go back to the email summarization. You can paste, we can execute the step. So basically, because there is currently no email coming from the CV or resume, so we will send one email to my email box. It will my email. Let's send an email to one sample resume and just will send the CV. So we had sent it the CV to the same mailbox, and now we can execute the step. Here is the CV which I sent it on my email, and we can see a binary of file you can download from here. You can see the content. The next node right now is we want the extraction of the PDF. For that, I'm going to use Mr. OCR, which is free tool. You can just extract the PDF in accurate format. So Mr. OCR is not just we are using Mr. OCR because there is a multiple HTTP request because the OCR services can't take the big PDF directly in one step. Better have to put a special upload link, then you upload a file, and finally you use the OCR to read it. So splitting it is make it safer and able to handle large file without crashing. So let's add next step, that is HTTP request. First one is upload a file. So we need to upload our file first to the OCR extraction. For that, I will go to the OCR tool, documentation, and documentation with the basic OCR. Here you can see upload a file. Click on the curl, copy the curl, get back to the n8n and hit import curl, paste that curl and just click on the import. Once we click on the import, you will see here is the information will automatically come. So first, what is our file name? For parameter type, you just see here is our file name attachment. That you can just copy that attachment 0 and enter here. To say the file, what is the purpose of OCR? That is, you have to say the file. What is the name of that file? It's attachment. Okay, so after this, you can see here is send header means basically want to get entry into the OCR tool. For that, this is authorization. And after the bearer, we will paste and our API key. So just we'll create a new API key. Create a new key. Just add an n8n one, and we'll create a new key for this demo. I will copy this key, get back to the n8n and paste our key here, and we'll just execute the step. So here is our output. OCR give us the ID for our request and information, but we will not use this anymore because we don't want every time to paste our API key and do these things, or we want to predefine in n8n. Copy this value from here with bearer, go to the create new credential, expand it and paste your API key. Name it is Mr. OCR. Hit the send header, and now we will execute the step. Okay, so this step is done. Now we will add one more HTTP request. In this HTTP request, we will go to the document AI basic OCR, and in this basic OCR, we already uploaded the file. Now we will get the signed file. So for that, you can copy this curl, get back to the n8n, hit on import curl, paste that curl and click on enter. To authentication, which we already did in the last step, and we just select the head barrier, Mr. OCR, and we will uncheck this send header. You can see here is ID. We will just remove this ID and paste our real ID here. So here we'll paste our real ID here. We will execute the step. So this is our signed URL file. We'll add one more HTTP request. This time we will take OCR with PDF, copy, get back, hit on import curl, paste our curl and click on the import. We will have already added the credential. We just select that one, header auth, Mr. OCR. We'll turn off the send header because the authentication is already added. Here in JSON, you can see here is a document URL. This is an example URL. You have to replace it with the actual URL which we received from the last HTTP request. Just execute a step. So here you can see the final markdown. Now we will add an ChatGPT OpenAI node message model, and here we will write a prompt. So I just added your assistant in HR recruitment. Summarize the following resume into 4 to 5 bullet points, focusing only on what matters is education, work experience, key technical or soft skill, any unique attachment or certification. Here is the resume text. So just execute the step, we will get the summary of CV, and here we will add last step, which is Google Sheet node. So we'll adjust last one is Google Sheet, and we will append a row in a sheet. Select the resume summary, which the sheet I already created in the backend. This is the sheet I have created. Email ID and summary in bullet point. So I do select that summary and click on the sheet. Now I will just map out the email ID and summary content, and just execute a step. So here is our email ID and the summary from the resume. So again, thank you for watching this video.